right, just giving it some time. I don't know if, there we go. Welcome, welcome. I am Chanti with CompletelyCraftybyChanti. Just want to welcome you to my live. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but hopefully it'll show up soon. Give Facebook a little time to catch up. Let's see. I don't see anything yet. Well, we're going to be working on a fall wreath. Here is my sign. It says Home Sweet Home. I love the fall colors. I'm going to move some of this out of my way. We have like one, I'm using just one base ribbon, which is this fall leaf one with burgundy and green, and has some gold glitter. And I'm just accenting them with this orange, and then I have this green. So I will alternate the two colors. I'm going to try one more time. Let's see. Not seeing myself yet. Oh, there I am. All right, perfect. Hi, Kim. How are you? All right, so let's get started. I also have, I didn't turn my volume down. I have this foil mesh that has all the pretty fall colors. It has this brown, the green, this burnt orange, this burgundy, and then some gold. So we're going to use this as our base. Try one more place. Thank you so much for joining me. I haven't been doing lives as much as I would like, and I started doing them 2 weeks ago. And so, you know, I had my sister-in-law here and I had my neighbor, and the deal was that I was going to do every other Wednesday instead of every Wednesday like I used to do. So we shall see. All right, I'm trying to find it on my laptop, but operator error. It's not, I'm not finding it, but that's all right. All right, so let's get started. We're just going to hang out tonight. I have a couple of shows coming up, but I feel like I have a lot of fall already made, but I thought, you know, I'll make a couple of more. I'm thinking I'm going to do my next live. I'm probably going to do some Halloween because I don't have too many. I mean, I have enough, but I mean, I have a show in September and then one in October. And the show in October doesn't, you know, Halloween doesn't sell all that much because it's like probably 2 weeks before Halloween. And so most people have already decorated. So I've never done a show in September. So this will allow me to make some items for Halloween that I've not done in the past. So we'll see how that works out. Also, I had gone to a Hardworking Moms retreat a few years ago, and one of her prizes, one of the other cubbies in my group, she's an artist, and so she had made these wooden signs, and so I won a couple of those signs. So I'm hoping that I can get to make them this season. So how is everyone? Is it wet where you are? Kim, I started making my own signs last year, and I made a couple of Hocus Pocus signs, not the movie Hocus Pocus, but I just made a couple that said Hocus Pocus. Just trying to get my feet wet on making signs, and that was one of the, I did a couple fall ones that I think turned out pretty nice. Hopefully next season, I'm trying to do a little more, but my goal for this finishing up this year is to not buy anything new and to use the material that I have and all the supplies that I have. So I haven't made any more signs, but I have been designing. So hopefully I will start making more, actually producing them next year. In September, I am going to be in Occoquan, Virginia at their fall craft event. This will technically be my first year. I signed up last year to do it, but there was a really bad storm and they were afraid of flooding, so it was canceled for the first time. So I didn't really get a chance to participate, but I did go and because they have a spring event as well. So I went to check out the little town. It's very cute. I'm just praying that we don't get the rain that we have been getting this week. Yesterday, last night, it really poured, and they're calling for around 9 o'clock for it to start up again, and it's supposed to rain until Friday. So we probably have gone 3 weeks without any, and then we're going to get it all in 1 week. But we need it, but I just would like for it to come a little bit like sporadic so that it doesn't, so the ground has some time to absorb. That's part of the problem with all the flooding. I was so thankful that it didn't rain today. My husband and I drove to Morgantown Friday evening, and we came back on Saturday, and it was raining. Well, it didn't rain until we got to Morgantown, so I was thankful that we didn't have to drive in it. But on the way home, once we got to Cumberland, Maryland, the skies opened up. But I was so tired that I slept. My husband was like, did you hear all the rain? I was like, I definitely heard it, but it just helped me stay asleep. So he said the visibility was bad, but it's all good. The September event is the end of September, like September 28th and 29th. So I'm excited. Fourth quarter is always busy, but I love craft shows. There's so much work. There's so much work. And sometimes, people can be mean, but oh, I think I am on the wrong page. I think I'm on my personal page and not my, yep. I'm on my personal page and not my group page. That is why I couldn't find myself. Hopefully Facebook won't put me in Facebook jail. How is the weather in your neck of the woods, Kim? All right, so I finished my first layer. Now I'm going to work on the inner layer. hopefully I won't get into too much trouble with Facebook, knowing that I did it on my personal page. I've been having technical difficulties, so the fact that it actually worked this week, because last week I was on, I had to use my phone. I couldn't use my Mevo. But I'll make it quick. I took inventory for the most part, I'm going to say, of all the things I need to still do. Fourth quarter is always hectic, but I just feel like we have so much to do between now and the end of November. So we have one of the young men that my son used to coach in basketball. Football, he's even better in football, and so he plays for a college in Pennsylvania, and so we always make sure we go to some of his games. And we were looking at the schedule today and trying to figure out how we're going to make it happen, because we're gone the first part of September. We have a family event in the middle of September, and then I have the event the end of September. So I always try to make October my cutoff month for football, because it's outdoors and it gets cold. But I don't think we're gonna have to wait till November. I think his mother said that senior night is in November, and so we definitely want to make sure that we're there for that event. And we might just have to take in, because the college is local, they play local schools, so we'll probably have to just go to a couple of his away games so that we can see him. But I'm like, oh my goodness, the last time we went to a football game in November, it was WVU, and we were in Morgantown. It was my son's birthday, and it was freezing, and then it had the nerve to snow. Hey there, yes, long time no see. How are you? I'm bummed that you won't be able to make the retreat in September in Arizona. I'm looking forward to meeting all the ladies. All right, so we have finished our base. I love these fall colors. I love fall, the colors of fall, the changing of the leaves, although Christmas is still my ultimate favorite holiday. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I tried to coordinate this, but I think I just messed it up. All right, I'm going to try to determine how I'm going to lay them in the wreath. So give me a second. I know, sorry, Caroline. For some reason, I ended up on my personal page and not my business page. And so here we are. All right, so I'm going to figure out. I think I'm going to just let them lay for this first row. I was telling the ladies, I'm just thankful that the technology is working, because last week it did not. So, and hopefully I won't be put in timeout for being in the wrong place. Yes, hopefully one day. Adina, I'm going to have to find some more stuff for you to monogram with my logo. I think I need another cardigan. maybe even some purple gloves. I'm so used to, I used to use Restream, and I could, you know, record from multiple platforms, but I didn't renew my subscription, so, but I'm used to looking at multiple devices to see who's talking, but I don't have to do that. Does anyone have any events coming up? I have a friend, a couple of weeks ago, we did some crafting. I started making my Christmas cards. And so she has a nice craft room. But she needs some help organizing. So I'm going to go back this weekend to help her organize. All right, something's not right. I hope I didn't lose one. I may have lost one because I feel like maybe not. So, but I was telling my friend that in the neighboring city, they're having an indoor flea market on Saturday. So I want to swing by the indoor flea market to see, because I'm looking for a table or of sorts to put my heat press on, because right now it's too low, and so I would like for it to sit up a little bit. So I'm trying to find a deal, but I just feel like even used things they're no longer deals. So hopefully. I was hoping my neighbor would be able to come over and hang out, but she hasn't made it home yet, so she couldn't. It's so much more fun when you have someone to talk to. All right, we're getting there. I happened to be looking. There were a couple of projects that I started but didn't finish. So from last season, I found a Halloween. Well, I guess it could be fall or Halloween because the base is purple. So I could make it a Halloween one, or I guess I could make it a fall one, but it's a mini wreath. Because when I do shows, I like to do my stuff in bulk. So I will do a lot of bases all at one time and then add the ribbon to it afterwards. So I'm probably going to have to do that soon for Christmas, because I feel like I'm good with fall. I just don't think I have enough for Christmas. And I had 2 Christmas shows, both in November. Technically 3, because a boutique that I'm in, that I have my wreaths in, they also have an event that a couple of my Christmas wreaths will be in as well. So come on in and say hello. But if you're shy, I understand. You can just watch and not say anything, but it's always nice to know who's watching. These pipe cleaners are stiff, and I feel like they're snagging my nails. My husband was just clearing the drain by our basement doors, you know, in preparation for all the rain we're supposed to get to the next couple of days. I'm glad I work from home tomorrow, so at least I only have to drive in the rain once. But I saw a few pictures of South Carolina, and the streets were like crazy with the water. So prayerfully, you know, everyone is safe. All right, let's have 2 more for the bottom, and we are almost done. Hopefully next week I will figure out if I'm going to make any more fall, and I can put that ribbon away. I do have a couple of Halloween ribbons. I'll see what I can incorporate, and then I can pull out my Christmas stuff. I asked my husband if he could pull out my fall decoration though. So I always do a table scape for our dining room, and I decorate I keep a tree up all year in our breakfast room, and so I will put some sunflowers and some owls there, and I normally change out the wreath on my mantle. I'm bad though. I don't have a wreath on my front door. I'm like, what's up with that? In my defense, I would prefer to put a grapevine wreath in, because I would have to do one of those flat wreaths, because the inches between my screen door and my front door is minimal, so everything is squished. But our house faces the sun, and so unless I didn't glue anything, I would probably have to just do zip tie everything. Otherwise, everything melts. Well, the inside of my house is done. It's just not the outside. I have every intention every season I have every intention of making a mailbox swag. Have I done it? No. Maybe I could do that on a live, because I really want to do one. At Christmas time, I really go all out with decorating, but I forget. I don't decorate for Halloween or fall. I do put some pumpkins out, but I gotta get a wreath. Maybe that's what I need to do on my live. A wreath for my own front door. But it's just like the plumber or the handyman. They fix everyone else's houses, but they have all these unfinished projects at their own house. All right. It's coming along. Caroline, were you able to figure, Carolyn, I'm sorry, were you able to figure out how to get the iMovie to work for you on your iPad? worst comes to worst, you have to just look at YouTube University. I'm sure they will be able to help you figure out how to do it. These two ribbons are from the same brand, but like I feel like this green ribbon is a little, while it's wired, it's a little flimsy. It's not as stiff as the orange. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But that stinks. All right, I have a couple of stragglers on my... So I'm gonna cut those before. All right, we just got two more here. And if anyone is interested, we have friends that are having a retreat in North Carolina. Unfortunately, it's the same weekend as my show, so I can't participate. But Carolyn is. She is one of the vendors who will be selling some of her attachments, but they have a couple of slots left. Carolyn, if you have the name, if you want to put it in the chat, so if anyone is looking to learn a few techniques, it's I think there's 5 or 6 projects that you'll get to make and take home with you. Plus there's these ladies, Dawn and Susan, are so much fun. And they're very talented. Crafting in the Carolinas. Yes, you can post a link. You won't be disappointed. I'm really bummed that I'm missing it this year. Because usually the event is in South Carolina, but these ladies decided to take on the reins, and it's in North Carolina this year, and close to Sims Pottery, which is where I always go shopping on these trips. All right, so here is our base. So now I am going to, this again, here's the sign we're using. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put this sign on. I'll put it on the side. I know they have a lot planned for you guys. And I think people are going to make a run to, hey there, Rhea. A couple people will make a trip to Sims. This sign has these beads on it, and I'm going to leave it. I'll try to figure out a way to incorporate it so it's still showing, but I decided not to take them off. Hey, babe. Okay, thank you. My husband's letting me know that dinner is ready. Okay, they have 4 tickets left. So don't wait. You will not regret it. All right, I'm going to try to make it so there we go. All right. Well, I guess it was a hidden talent because I only ever made wreaths for my own home, and my son and husband suggested that I try to make it a business. So here we are. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make our bow. And I know I didn't use this in the wreath itself, but I thought I would just add this because it has all of the colors. And so just add it as an extra something. Thank you for posting. All right, so I'm going to make 12-inch tails. But I think I'm only going to I'll make 6-inch loops. Sometimes my loops like to get a little wonky. All right, I'm going to spread it out. If anyone is in the Maryland area, I'm going to be in Thurmont in October, the beginning part of October, and then I'm headed back to Virginia. I always say Haymaker, but I know that's not it. It's Haymarket. I told my son it's because of the gospel song. He's a waymaker, so I always think Haymaker when I'm talking about it, but it's Haymarket. They're having Haymarket days, so I'll be there in the middle of October. I'm just adding another tail because I want some tails at the top. Yes, I will be at Occoquan September 28th and 29th. Praying for good weather. Praying for good weather. All right, I'm going to do the orange next. love this burnt orange. I'm thinking if my color, if purple, but orange is a favorite color, but I guess if my business colors weren't purple, they definitely probably would be orange, because I love the orange as well. You can go to my my Etsy shop or my page. I already have items that are already made, but if you want something custom, you would just send me a message in Etsy and we can discuss what you're looking for and what your price range is. But my website is www.CompletelyCraftybyChanti.com. That takes you to my business website, but then it'll connect you directly to Etsy. Because it's hard, for some reason, it's hard to find me in Etsy. Because my name is too long, so it has to be shortened. All right, I'm going to add this in, and then I'm going to add it as the center bow too. So since I have committed to doing lives again, it won't be next Wednesday, it'll be the following Wednesday. I used to do every Wednesday, but I didn't have to. I did for my own sanity because of traffic. It was a hot mess. So I miss doing it, but every other week will be less stressful, so. I'll probably make a couple of centerpieces for the Christmas season, because I have these candle holders that I bought that I want to make some designs from, so, but I have to wait to pull my stash out. I'm trying not for my room to not be crazy, because I don't want my husband talking about how junky my craft room is. So, but he already knows 4th quarter, it's always a hot mess. I need to work on my mannequins. I probably need to get on that because I want to have one done for my fall event. All right, we are almost done here. All right, so now I'm just going to make this one my little center. Doesn't have to be too long. I'm so glad you guys are hanging out with me. just need to get my pipe cleaner. Tight. Oops. And then I want to just wrap this around it just to add some additional security. And then I will fluff once I get it on the wreath. Right. I can get my little fingers in here. I don't know what I just did. There we go. I'm having technical difficulties, but I got it. All right, I'm just going to trim off my tails. And we are done for the evening. Again, I so appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Although I'm on the wrong channel. But I'm glad you were able to find me. Make sure that I got them all. I think I did. All right. Fluffing. Fluffing out the sections here. All right. We are done, folks. It has been a pleasure hanging out with you. Here's our finished product. Home sweet home. All right, so I won't see you guys next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, if you guys are in the states where you're getting a lot of rain, you know, be careful. Stay safe. And I'll be thinking about you, keeping you in my prayers, because we're dealing with some rain too, but I know not as bad as some of the southern states, but hopefully everyone fares okay after the storm. And I will see you in 2 weeks. God bless.